Is pre-shading a miniature a good idea? Let's get to the table and paint that. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good day. So today, hope you're going to enjoy this, but what we do is we're going to be painting Clan Kryze from Star Wars Shatterpoint's core box. Now, I'm going to be testing out dipping them first before painting them. I was hoping to save a little bit of time, but that didn't really do much. I seem to be doing stuff lately that doesn't save time painting. So let's get to the table and paint up these miniatures. Hey, guess what? They're primed in crystal blue primer because, again, I thought I was going to save some time. Most of them had blue armor, but anyways. Now you're going to see me dip these miniatures into a Vallejo game wash dipping formula. But you're also going to see something very interesting here is when I dip it, I guess I didn't shake it or stir it enough because a big blob stuck right there on the head. So I take a makeup sponge, soak up the excess, and then you get a miniature that looks like this here. All the nooks and crannies are shaded. This is one good thing about the dipping shades. Now, I don't know how army painters work. I've never used them, but the Vallejo ones do a really good job getting into the crevices and creating all that dark shadow effect. Now, the only problem is that it kind of also dirties down a little bit too much the rest of it, but I mean, you can soak up what you need to with the makeup sponge, which kind of helps. But then I noticed that this particular Mandalorian here, the man of the group, there's a female and a male version, I think, from what I could tell, had lighter blue armor, almost like Jango Fett, which will come up in a later video. I have him, by the way, so he'll get painted later on as well, once I get to the expansion packs. So I went around with this Void Shield blue here from the Army Painter and just started coloring up everything that, like his shirt, his pants, anything that was like a lighter color on this Mandalorian. And on the other Mandalorian, I did the same thing with her armor because I found it got too dark with the shade, and she had more of the crystal blue armor. So what I did now instead of is I'm trying to do different things to where some people have shown me that if you put a light paint underneath and you do your darker paint just in the middle part, you kind of get your highlights getting done for you instead of doing like your dark paint and then all your edge highlighting, so that you save a bit of time. And that is the point of this channel, right? Is to save you guys time, get these miniatures to the table and start playing with beautiful painted minis, whether it's for a skirmish game or a board game. So again, I hope you enjoy this channel, and if you do, hit that subscribe button, because again, 80% of you don't even hit that subscribe button. You're looking at my videos, you're liking them probably, but you're not subscribed, and that's free. You can become a member if you want. That's great. That would help out the channel. That would support. But you don't have to do that. You can just subscribe for free, and it really gets this YouTube channel growing, which is what I would love to see. We're getting close to the 2,000 subscribers mark at this point in time. But if you're watching this in 10 years from now, I hope I hit a way bigger landmark than that. So anyways, let's get back to painting this miniature. As you can see, I'm going around again with that Void Shield blue, just finishing off on this version of the Mandalorian, Clan Kryze Mandalorian. And then I'm going to come back with the crystal blue. So as you can see how lighter it is without that shading effect. It comes back and just makes it shine a little bit more. Again, I watered it down as much as possible. I'm just trying to get the inside parts of all these armor here, just to keep the edges a little bit lighter, to have that edge highlighting already done for me. I don't know if that was a necessary step, like I said, to put the Void Shield blue on her and just come back with that, but I find it kind of lightened up that armor a little bit more, gave you like your edge highlights, does everything you need to do. Just takes a little bit more time, but again, look at all the cracks are already done with that shading. So that dipping might have been a good idea. What do you guys think? Take a look at, write it down in the comments. Let me know if you think shading prior to painting your mini is a good idea, or should you shade after. Anyways, I've also debated that before, where if you're batch painting a different shade prior to using speed paints, makes a bit difference because you're not painting technically like the same kind of miniature. It's like you're getting different colors out of it. This wasn't the point here, wasn't to get that. Me, it was really to get all the recesses, so I didn't have to come back with a matte black paint and get all the Under Armour pieces, all the little, like I said, the little nooks and the crannies and all that. and then you can just concentrate on painting the areas you want. So then, using the uniform gray again, I'm just going over the areas where she had this grayish armor or gray clothing, the gray boots, and again, if you go very light on it, you'll see some of the blue will come through just a touch, enough to give it kind of like a, what is it, like a melding of colors, sort of. I don't even know what to say about it. If you guys, this is your first time watching a Shatterpoint video about a painting of the miniatures, don't forget to take a look at Atomic Mass Games. Their website has a whole bunch of cool Star Wars stuff, as well as Marvel Crisis Protocol. Awesome skirmish games, both of them. Star Wars is my favorite one. Super easy to pick up, super easy to learn. Go check it out, alright? We're doing now some plate mail metal on both of these Mandalorians. Mostly some of the armor plates, the weapons, stuff like that, just to make it pop a little bit more and give something a little bit more to the armor of these miniatures. Now, I know I rant a lot, talk a lot during the whole video, and it may not be fun to listen to me, but you know, the point is that you're going to come in here and you're going to get something other than, okay, put this on this part of the miniature. I know you can see the bottle. I don't know if you can read, but I mean, if you see what the bottle is, and you can see where I'm putting the paint on it, I'm sure you can figure out, okay, this is what I need to do with this miniature. If you would rather I simply go and say, put silver paint on the pauldrons and the leg things and this and that, I'll stop talking about irrelevant stuff. But again, I am looking forward to Warpaint's Fanatic coming out in 2024. I know I've probably lost a lot of viewers because I don't do contrast paints anymore. Frankly, I just didn't like them and they were way too expensive for what you got. I would have loved to try the, was it the Vallejo? No, the Green Stuff World's dipping inks. But again, hard to get to in Canada. They're not the easiest place to find. There's some online stores, but they kind of charge quite a bit for them. Yeah, you get a lot of paint for it, but I don't necessarily want to buy a huge bottle of a paint I may never use again. So I'm going to stay away from that. I mean, there's like also a whole bunch of other cool speed painting ones, but I just love the Army Painter stuff. I love their air paints and I love their war paints. I'm looking forward, like I said, to the Fanatics paint. Like I said, yeah, so that's going to be a great thing. I'm trying to paint up all my Star Wars stuff as quickly as possible, but I've recently received the Marvel Zombie stretch goals, which I will be getting through as quickly as possible. And the Star Wars ones are going to come in between as an intermission between the Marvel Zombies. I'm going to concentrate now on Marvel Zombies because I really want to get all those beautiful miniatures painted. Speaking of zombie side, we're going to be looking at a unique color here, pale skin. I'm going to be putting that on the smoke here. So again, there's some bottles like this. Like I said, I'm hoping that Army Painter is going to take all those unique paint bottles from all the different sets they've ever made and add them to their paint range in this new Warpaint's Fanatic. So Army Painter, if you're listening, please add all your unique paints into those sets, into that one set, because if I run out of this pale skin, I can't get it anymore. I mean, I'm sure I could invent it somehow and putting something in it to make it, but I can't get it anymore. Alright? We're almost done these miniatures. How are they looking, folks? Hit that like button, okay? Just hit that like button. Now, this is the weird part. Why am I putting another shade on top of the paints I just did? Well, because I wanted to really reinforce those deep crevices. I want to darken it down just a little bit, dull it down a little bit, because I found it was a little too bright. And frankly, Nuln Oil is my go-to shader when I'm going to slap this on pretty much everything. I just find it does a great job. It doesn't pool too much. Look what it does to the smoke. It gives it like a grayish hint to it, which is perfect. I didn't have to do any kind of like highlighting and all that. And there you have it. Clan Kryze from Star Wars Shatterpoint is painted and ready to ally themselves with basically any primary unit and secondary unit. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching. We'll see you all in the next one.